So apparently Ben Johnson and the Bears coaching staff wants Caleb Williams to work on his body language. Yes, that's right, body language. Let's talk about this, people. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, guys, please do hit that subscribe button down below. Would really appreciate it. And hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right. So this is coming from Albert Breer, NFL reporter for the Monday Morning Quarterback, who had this to say in his latest article. All right. So he had the following, saying there were two areas where the coaches wanted improvement from Williams, both related to how he carried himself as the quarterback based on what the 2024 season showed. One was body language. The other was pre-snap procedure. On the former, while the coaches understood the beating he took, they showed film to emphasize how he'd been slow to pull himself up off the ground. It was a long year. People got fired in season, and in adverse circumstances, the staff explained having a quarterback who was rolling with the punches would go a long way. On the latter, there was a smattering of small things, like on the first play of one game, he turned to his left, thinking the motion was coming when it was actually coming from the right. That needed to be cleaned up. All right, so let's talk about this. So I'm going to focus mainly on the body language part of this. And I thought it was interesting that this is being brought up here and that Ben Johnson and the coaching staff want him to clean up his body language, because Caleb is a guy that wears his emotions on his sleeve. For better or worse, that is what he does. And the example that they talked about how he was slow to pull himself up, right? Like, obviously, like Albert Breer mentioned, long season, you're getting beat up, man. You're taking the most sacks in the entire NFL. Like, that is definitely going to take a toll on you. But you want to not let the other team see that. I think that is what this coaching staff is getting at. It's like, listen, we know you're going to get sacked. Obviously, we're trying to reduce it. But we know there's going to be adversity. We know there's going to be moments in which you get sacked, which you get beat up, where you get hit. But we don't need to let the other team know that you're in pain. We don't need to let the other team know that we weakened you, or that they weakened you and they got you. We need to show the other team that you're going to get up quick, that you're not affected, that you are rolling with the punches like the article mentioned, and that we're just on to the next one. And I think that is what is essentially being asked here of the coaching staff. See, my interpretation is not that Ben Johnson saying to Caleb, look, you got to be like Tim Duncan, which is like never show any emotion, right? Always got to be even keel, and you just got to be that one mundane way. That's just not Caleb's personality, right? That's just asking a guy to not be himself, which is not what you want to do. Caleb plays at his best when he is able to be himself, right? And so I think what Ben Johnson is asking Caleb here is, look, when you are getting hit or when you are dealing with adversity on the football field, just don't show it to the opponent. We just don't want to look weak. We don't want to look like we're beat up. We just want to be able to get right back up and not show them, right? It's essentially saying we're not going to show any weaknesses. So that's what is being asked here. And I got no issues with that, by the way. I actually love this. I love this because think about it, man. If you're an opponent, right? I just sacked Caleb Williams, and he's taking forever to get up. I'm like, oh, yeah, one or two more sacks, and the dude's done. It's over with. Like, we're in his head, and, you know, the team's not going to beat us. Like, they're done. They're checked out. That's what I'm thinking if I'm the opponent. So, of course, I think Ben Johnson is saying that's probably what the opponent is thinking. Versus if I sack Caleb, he gets up with a smile, and he's like, not even phased, on to the next. I'm like, yo, I cracked the dude pretty hard. I thought I sacked him pretty well, right? Hit him pretty hard, but it didn't seem to affect him. All right, you know, I got to get back and, you know, do what I got to do, but I don't got that confidence anymore like I would have if I saw him, you know, being weak getting up. So I don't have a problem with this body language request here from the coaches. I think they are going and heading in the right direction here. So honestly, folks, that's a totally fair request here, I think, from the coaching staff. It's not changing Caleb the person. That's not what they want him to do. It's just changing certain bits and pieces of it. So let me know what you guys think about that. Caleb Williams being asked to, you know, improve his body language. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.